3, 2. Welcome everybody today to another Georgia Archery podcast number
60.
60.
Dude, I did not know I didn't know if you had, like, all of a sudden having a seizure or something.
I did. I was trying to read and listen to myself and everything else, so it never works.
No.
So, how's the world treating you?
Good. Better than I deserve. How about you?
Oh, yeah, we're doing good. We've missed it last week because I had no voice. We sent you the information. It's like, yeah, we're going to do it. And then I couldn't talk at all. So it was like, it wouldn't do no good for, listen to me like this. It wouldn't have worked. But it's a little better now. So, excuse me. How about you? You've been doing good?
Just doing the thing.
I hear you. Yeah, you've been shooting you got this new bow I seen.
Got it today. Came up to the shop for a little while because I knew FedEx was delivering. So,
Timely.
I could not put it together.
I got you.
But I don't. I've got less than 15 shots on it because I had to jet. It's my weekend, it was my weekend with Abidu, and I still got her for tonight. So
I got you.
I put it together and got about 15 airs through it and rolled out. But I'm looking forward to getting some time behind it. It feels good.
I bet. Well, as you can see in the notes I left, we didn't do the podcast last week because of the voice, but I left this in of who shot 2 weeks ago. Because Saturday the 23rd, North 40, North Ridge, Sambo, Titan, and then the S3DA all shot on Saturday. And it was 254 archers shooting somewhere on Saturday.
Totally combined on Saturday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yes, that's some good numbers, man.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, RBO had 111 shooters. So I left that in there so that we could talk about just, the amount of people.
I mean, that's exciting, just thinking about the year in advance or the year going forward. I mean, seeing those kind of numbers it gives us something to look forward to. I mean, the price of ammunition's out of the roof. So
for sure.
Hopefully we can get some more folks shooting bows simply because of the price of ammunition.
That's right. And then I had a lot of folks asking for a list of qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you see, you can read them off if you want to.
I know you're just going to throw me right up under the bus, but I'll just take it on.
Well,
let's see. North, you've got the headline here, or the number one item on the list. North 40 has changed to March 20th, and the RBO is the 21st.
Yep.
Okay, and then Grandma, and these are all qualifiers. TGM, which is Grandma, old Gretchen Pruitt's, her qualifier is the 13th of February, which is just a couple of weeks away. North 40
has changed.
That date has changed. It is not that one, so we're not even going to read it off. North 40 is March 20th. We'll just say that one again. How about that?
That's right. Yep.
Sweetwater is on February the 20th.
20th. Yep.
Po Boys is the 21st.
And also
of February.
Yep.
So let's see here. I got Po Boys on the 21st of February, and dropping them down into March. Now you jump in if I missed one, because
you're
all
good.
I have is a black and white printer, and you had a lot of things in color, so it didn't print those items in color.
So in March it'll be North 40 Archery on March 20th, and then it'll be River Bottom on the 21st of March. And then Poor Boys has one on the 28th of March. And then you move a few months, May, June, I guess. Sweetwater has one June 12th. Ace will have theirs June 19th. River Bottom has theirs June 20th. And Sweetwater will host a state championship on 10th and 11th of July.
So we got 3 in February, 3 qualifiers in March, 3 in June.
Yep.
And then the state tournament in July.
That's what's on the schedule for right now. So
April and May is kind of quiet.
Yes, but there are people who are working on getting schedules as we go. So
Gotcha.
There'll be more added as we go.
I'm sure.
Excuse me. Good Lord. Got the cough.
So that covers all of the state qualifiers going forth for 2021.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who shot this past weekend?
Well, on Saturday
the 30th.
On Saturday the 30th, S3DA North Regional Indoor, which was held at Feathers and Antlers. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up with 88 archers. So,
wow.
That was a big turnout.
Phenomenal turnout. Phenomenal turnout.
And there's a long list of winners. You ready?
Yeah, I mean,
you do one, I'll do the next one. We'll go back and forth.
All right. So in the Junior Eagle male bow hunter compound class, Abram Drake from BAM Archery came away with the win with a 129 and 5 X's. Ty Gammon from Sardis Enrichment School with a 128 and 5. And Ryan Gazier with Hebeziah. I don't know. Yeah, that one. Straight shooters with a 93 and 1.
Hebzada.
Yep. Yeah, that one. That's a tongue twister.
Yep. Junior Eagle Male Open. Carson Holloway from Refuge with a 71 and 1X.
All right. Eagle Male Bow Hunter Compound. Gavin Gibson from Jackson County 4-H Archery with a 149 and 17.
Good shooting.
Jordy Williams, Solid Rock Archery with a 140 and 4. And then coming in third, Levi Baker from Refuge with a 138 and 8.
Yep. In the Eagle Female Bow Hunter Compound, Aubrey Martin, Refuge Archery for a 148. Lee Balliard from Team On Point with a 138. And Millie Jones rounded out the straight shooters with a 117.
All right. Next up, the Eagle Male Open class. We've got Mr. Tyler Caldwell from Amicalola with a 150 and 19. Dude, that little boy has grown a lot. Oh, that's Jonathan's son.
Yep.
And next up, we've got in second place, Bryce Hope from Sardis Enrichment School with a 145 and 9.
Yep.
Just shooting both of y'all.
In the Eagle Female Open class, Ava Pittman from On Point with a 150 and 25 X's. And Brooke, not to be outdone, shot a 150 with 22 X's. And Logan Ferguson from Refuge with a 150 and 22 X's. That was broke with inside outs.
Inside out, yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Some good shooting in that class. Glad I ain't in that class.
You ain't lying.
Next up, the Eagle Male Recurve class, we got Mr. Brett English from Refuge with a 128 and 3. The only one got in that one.
I know it. Eagle Female Recurve, Lucy Wingarder from Elite Archery of Augusta with a 107. Finished first.
All right. Youth Male Bow Hunter Compound class. Mr. Samuel Wentz from West Georgia Outlaws with a 143 and 11. Cameron Tweed from Refuge with a 135 and 7. And then Jacob Quarles from Team On Point with a 128 and 4.
And then the youth female bow hunter compound, Kaylee Baker from Refuge with a 140. And then Kylie Mateer from On Point with a 124. And Olivia Speaks from Enrichment School for 117.
Youth Male Open. Mr. Caden Lopez comes away with the win from West Georgia Outlaws with a 148 and 14. Coming in second, Mr. Cody Ayers from Refuge with a 144 and 12. And in third place, Mr. Nick Pettyjohn from Amicalola with a 130 and 7.
In the youth female open division, it was, now I'm trying to read this, and Reagan Ferguson from Refuge with a 146 and 12. Jesse Adams from Refuge with a 144 and 10. And Taylor Jordan from Refuge with a 141.
All right. Young adult female bow hunter compound, Miss Courtney Troxel from Straight Shooters, 146 and 15. Sorry, Miss Troxel, I am not going to booger up that name again from the church. Yeah. Second place, Miss Danica Stillwagon from Straight Shooters as well with a 143 and 14. And rounding out the top three, Miss Lily Woodle from Refuge with a 130 and 5.
Young adult male bow hunter compound, Kason Pruitt from Refuge with a 138. Dakota Benson from Refuge with a 135. And Skylar Pitts from BAM Archery with a 127.
All right. In the young male open class, these are the heavy hitters. Mr. Tanner Foster from Refuge with a 150 and 26 X's. Mr. Hunter Taylor from Refuge with a 150 and 20 X's. And then Shelton Pugh from Amicalola with a 149 and 22 X's.
Man, that's some close shooting right there.
Yeah, I'm so glad I ain't in that class. One time.
Yep. So, young adult female open was Claire Garrison from West Georgia Outlaws with a 150 and 25. Riley Cummins from West Georgia Outlaws with a 148. And Madison Adams for Refuge with a 147.
All right. Let's see, the young adult female barebow class. We had one shooter, and that was Miss Ruby Burgess from Straight Shooters with a 49.
It ain't easy with no sights in them.
No, dude, I can't. I'd be lucky to hit the target bell.
Young adult female recurve, Caroline Phillips from Jackson County 4-H Archery with a 116.
All right. Last but not least, in the young adult male recurve class, we had Mr. Grant English from Refuge with a 116 and 0 X's.
Oh, yeah. So as you can see, there was a bunch of folks shooting and a bunch of good scores, and they had a good time. I did see some pictures. So
I did too.
And I'm glad that we could get those, called out and everybody could see the scores, or actually, if you hadn't seen them, you can follow the Georgia S3DA Facebook page, and they post all of that information on there. So, Poor Boys was supposed to shoot on Sunday, but the weather was not looking good. So, and he had set a great course, 25 targets. He was happy with it. He really, he didn't want to waste the course set up. So he changed his day to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up with 57 archers and 12 fun shooters for the weekend.
So a total of 69 shooters that day.
No, total is 57.
So 57, so we had 45 scores.
45 scores, yeah. In the known 50, Dustin Kerbo shot a 248 with 5. And Adam Corley shot a 213 and 3.
In the known 45 class, Mr. Daniel Baird with a 270 and 11. The boy just come in there and flat threw it down.
Yes, he did.
Just doing his thing like normal. David Woods, second place with a 250 and 5.
With his Matthews bow.
With the first or second tournament with his Matthews. Second tournament with his Matthews.
Yep.
And let's see. And then Keith Bingham with a 249 and 7. Keith was on David's.
Yes, he was.
Heels.
Yes, he was.
1-8 got him.
Yep.
But good shooting, fellas.
That's right. In the known 40, Ty Mullis shot a 268 and 9. Bubba Cannon shot a 260 and 9. And Bobby Paget shot a 256 and 7.
In the freestyle class, Mr. Jimmy Rhodes with a 276 and 13. Miss Leslie Timmerin, I think I got that right, 219. And then James Godlowski with a 216 and 1. And I am pretty sure that I have ordered that one.
In the senior known, Buster Marshall with a 162 and 7. Mike Oglesby with a 156 and 5. And George Rhodes. I'm sorry. George Rhodes with a 156 and 4. So there was a 12 difference between second and third right there. So
there was Mr. George Rhodes with a 256 and 4 finished third, just behind Mike Oglesby with a 256 and 5, and then Buster Morrow with a 262 and 7.
Yeah.
So there was only 6 points difference between first and
top
third.
and bottom. Yeah, but the second and third was separated by a bonus ring. So second and third.
That's correct.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the super senior class, Mr. David Ambrose with a 247 and 4, Carl Cushman with a 246 and 3. And then rounding out the top 3 in the super senior class, Mr. Dennis Johnson with a 244 and 2. Bless you.
Excuse me. In the women's known 45, Alicia Beck with a 142 and 2.
242 and 2.
Oh,
that's the
240. I know it.
25 targets. 25 targets.
He gets you every time.
In the women's open class, we got Miss Tiffany Tanner with a 232 and 2. And for those that don't know, she's shooting unknown.
Yeah, that's what open. That's why they have the women's known.
Unknown. I saw one of her posts on Instagram where she was talking about her judging was better.
Yep.
So good shooting, Miss Tiffany.
In the Hunter fixed pins, Dwayne Horton with a 240 and 2, and Mason. Simp with a 224 and 2.
All right, in the Hunter Slider class, Mr. Jeff Crosland with a 248 and 4.
Yep, in the Bow Novice class, I guess that is Brandon Williams with a 248 and 6.
And in the S3DA classes, we had Miss Shannon Berryhill, female high school open with a 230 and 3. Miss Greenlee Johnson, female high school open with a 177. Ethan Mason, male elementary school bow hunter, 242 and 2. And then Jay Johnson, male middle school open, 207 and 2. So Po Boys had a good shoot, even with having to transfer or change their date from Sunday to Saturday because of weather.
Yep.
And they had a good turnout.
Yep, they sure did. And it was a good thing because it was not too pretty on Sunday. So.
No, it rained cats and dogs and giraffes and lions and tigers and everything else down here.
It sure did. But we hoping that the next weekend won't be so wet so that more folks can shoot in more places.
I don't think it's going to be so wet, but from what I'm understanding, you're going to need a sleeping bag, a heated bodysuit, a fire that you can pull along with you behind you. Some hot hands, hot foots, um, and whatever else you can get to warm you up. Because this weekend is supposed to be cold, but there's a few shoots going on. It looks like.
Yep, looks like this weekend on Saturday, Ace Archery will have their first shoot over here at Social Circle. Gainesville Archery Club will have their first shoot of the year up in Gainesville. And then Mountain View Outdoors will have I think it's their first shoot also. So several of the first shoots for the year.
And those are all on Saturday.
All on Saturday.
February the 6th, which is my birthday. Wish I could go.
You'll be
Sunday, February the 7th, looks like there's a couple shoots. The Ogeechee Bowman is having a 3D shoot, and then Rocky Creek is also having a shoot.
Yep, so there's several
those
places
on Sunday.
this weekend.
Yep. And I really wanted to take the new Nexus 36 out, but I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't preparing for any tournaments coming up real fast. I am not shooting. I'm not driving 2 hours to shoot in 29 degrees. So I'm going to hold off a weekend.
I hear you. So you're waiting on warmer weather.
Yes, and I got to find a place where I can get outside and shoot some airs outside once I find, get it finalized where I want it. Because where we live, I've got nowhere I can't shoot outside. The neighbors would not be too happy. So I've got to find a place to get outside and check some site marks before I make a drive and find somewhere to go shoot.
Well, that's a pretty bow you got. I know somebody's got one sort of like it. So
I heard a little something.
As always, you can find all this information on Facebook. You can find it on Snapchat.
Chat chatters, Twitters, Instagrams.
Yep, YouTube. And you can, and on your favorite podcast app, you can find this information. If you have anything you want us to talk about on the show, you can email us at
GeorgiaArchery@gmail.com.
Yep, and then if you notice, the webpage has changed. It's the same address, but the layout's a little different.
I noticed that this past weekend.
It was time for a change, and
because if my bow had showed up when it was supposed to, which was last Friday or this past Friday, I was going to go shoot somewhere Sunday.
I got you,
but it didn't show up until today.
Well, that's how it works. But y'all working on a place to have a 3D place down there, right?
We were talking about it just this past week. Wade and I, we just sat down and kind of looked at everything going forward. The plans of expansion from this building to the other building that we're looking at and whatnot, and looking at manpower and whatnot. The distance or the location from where the shop is to where the shoots would be held. We had a lot of things working against us. So unfortunately for this year, we have decided not to host any shoots, at least as it stands for now, and then definitely revisit it later for 21. By then, hopefully we'll be in our other building. We'll have our indoor range. We've got a lot of things in the works, a lot of plans that's going to happen. And you've been there, or we've been there, and you're still there. I mean, you're at the shop, and you've got to figure out how to get over and get targets set, and you got a manpower the shop, and you got a manpower the tournaments. And I mean, right now it's just myself full time and then Nathan part time, and it was too much, man. I couldn't take on anything else because I can't split myself in half, And there was plenty of people that were willing to help, volunteers and whatnot. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, if we're hosting a shoot, the store's responsible, and somebody from the store needs to be there. And I mean, my main focus right now is to grow this store.
I understand completely, and you have to look at it this way, that you can't clone yourself. You can't be in 7 different places at once. So, and that's understandable. But
I wanted to do it, man, and Wade, the guy behind the scenes, I mean, he wanted to do it too. It was not something that we didn't want to do. It was
oh yeah,
just looking at everything that we've got going on.
you have to set priorities.
Yeah, it just
You know,
on the priority list, it was further down the list, if you will.
yep,
Not
yep.
much, but just
Oh
a
yeah.
little bit.
Well, that's understandable. For us, we got a store staff that's helping, and they help set the targets, break down the targets, and also with the S3 team help taking the targets down on practice day. That helps a lot. So I mean, and we built it that way so that it wouldn't have that problem. But you know, we
And that took a couple of years to get all that arranged
exactly,
and organized. I
exactly.
mean, I remember the first couple of years up there, and um,
Yep. So it's the same way. I mean, we understand how that it takes time. And we had a core replacement party Saturday night. So to set our cores, and all the guys come after they shot over there at Poor Boys come that afternoon, and we tried to pound out the core so that we have our targets ready for this weekend. But
good deal.
excuse me, good Lord, this thing's
I
killing
wish I
me.
could make the trek up, but I can't.
I
Unfortunately,
know.
on a Saturday, and then here on Saturday,
That's right.
we're having a Prime Day here at the store. Billy's coming
Yes,
down. We're going to have all the new primes out and hopefully generate some foot traffic and have some folks come by and shoot the new Nexus bows.
that's right. So if you're in the Albany area and you want to shoot new prime, the prime man will be there with all the new primes, and you can check them out and do it. And if you're up in the Social Circle area, you come shoot some 3D with us. We would enjoy that for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
so what else is new and interesting?
Not much, man. Just doing the thing.
I
Every
think
day's a grind. How about y'all?
yeah, we're doing our thing. I think that the Zoom call works out pretty good because we can see each other. So
I like it.
and and
Next time, which I've got my iPad on charge now, but it wouldn't have been charged in time.
yep,
I'll have it set up and I'll read the notes off it because, like I say, my printer here is just a black and white, so all your little dividers and doodads that you had to separate
just
everything, I
don't
couldn't
look so
see
pretty.
because it was in color.
Yep, I
But yeah,
understand.
man, just hanging out, just doing the thing. Missing all my folks from up that way.
I
Uh,
understand.
don't get me wrong, I love where I'm at, but I'm
Oh yeah.
missing everybody, and want to take a quick second and offer up some prayers for Danny Baird and Mr. David Broadnax and Miss Broadnax and Curtis, and for all those that are fighting the COVID.
Yep.
Um,
It's no joke.
Hopefully they can get on through this and um, get back up on the upswing of things.
For sure. But we've been fighting it, doing it, and taking it. Oh, I am registered for Foley.
Ooh, what
I
class?
known 45.
Ooh,
Yep. So I'm registered for Foley, and it looks like we all gonna be going and have a good time. So let's hope that it stays and nothing changes with that. So
we all go. Who's going?
everybody, all the guys from the store, David Wood's going, David Ken Wood and Alicia and all the whole family, and the Zidales will be going. Um, Steve's on the fence if he's going. But Daniel, the other Daniel, another Michael, all of those, Joey, and Dakota, they're all going. So it'll be a lot of first timers for them, and it's gonna be
Dude, I
fun.
want to go. I want to go bad.
It's gonna be a first time for a bunch of those
I
guys.
want to
So
go. I wish
it's
it
gonna be.
wasn't 4.5 hours by the time I got off on Saturday
I
and
hear
closed
you.
down and drove over there. Everybody would be winding down for the day. And I want to go.
Yeah, well, see, the bad thing, I'm gonna shoot on Friday and Saturday, so I don't have to, get up that early morning and shoot that morning line. I'm hoping I can get both of them in the afternoon, so maybe I can see a little better with my blind self.
They're gonna make you shoot one of them in the morning, I'm sure.
Nope. First one's at 2 in the afternoon. The next one's at 11:30.
Ah,
So, but yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But I appreciate you taking your time and getting the Zoom going. I hope this works out pretty good.
yeah, I'm anxious to see it. When are you releasing it?
Wednesday. It'll be released on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So
Yep. We're trying to
this
get
was
them.
recorded on Monday and going out
So,
on Wednesday.
so that's the plan, is to get them done ahead of time when me and you have more free time to get them done and push it out. As long as we got all the information, that's the other side of it,
Mm-hmm.
But until next time, I'm Big
Yeah, I'm
John.
Big John. I'm Robert.
We'll see you.